Hey yo, let's go. It's another week of the Smoking Bear Show. I'm Mike Reddy. This is the lovely Mary. How you doing, Mary?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Doing
Seems like
great.
you're having fun on the West Coast in Sin City.
Right? Yeah, I'm Vegas life. You're in Saratoga. We got the coast to coast action, right? I love it, right?
I guess we always have had this coast to coast, thing going, but at the same time, we've never been in such exciting places, Portland,
Exactly.
Pittsburgh.
Got the mecca of horse racing, Saratoga. I'm in the mecca of gambling and action. Let's go. Great mesh. I love it. And you're all getting settled in. I love it. It's just that time of the year. Saratoga, Del Mar. Love my favorite times of the year. And also that time of the year with the summer, the Belmont Stakes, right?
Woo-hoo.
How exciting.
It's interesting this year because honestly, as much as I'm looking forward to the Belmont Stakes, I'm really looking forward to the undercard at the Belmont Stakes and seeing some fabulous horses run. I'm just very excited.
I agree. I'm just a lot of great horses there. I think maybe why a lot of other people didn't send their horses down, maybe a little scared. They're facing some really tough competition on that undercard. That's for sure. But and that's what it's going to set up for some, I think, better betting than people think. There's some plays out there. Take some stands, single 3 horses. Sometimes I usually do that anyways, but now you have more of a reason to, don't do 3 favorites. There's no reason, take a stand. You're gonna have to do it. Maybe do multiple tickets, run an A ticket, run a B ticket. You can do different ways. You don't have to be stuck on like one ticket and that needs to be the outcome. Maybe create some different angles on tickets and just try different stuff this time to the field sizes and and just see what happens. I think there's gonna be some upsets. Small fields can create upsets. Small fields, big prices. The pace dependent horses don't get the pace. Horses that get loose leads get the loose lead because there's not other people to run with them.
Right. And on that note, are there any horses that you think are, heavy favorites that you think aren't going to come through this weekend?
Yes. Friday, we are beating Jackie's Warrior. That's right. Going down a horse I have fired on many times, but I've got a horse. And let's get taking Jackie's Warriors down. We're going with Sound Money, Chad Brown, Ortiz. They're going up in class, and it has the buyers increasing. Looks like a spot that could maybe upset Jackie's Warrior. Jackie's Warrior has 2 races over the Belmont surface, has 1 loss of those 2 races at Belmont. So the horse has been beat at Belmont. So I'm going to take a chance with the 6 on Friday, Sound Money, the True North Stakes. Jackie's Warrior going down. What do you think? Do I have a chance?
I don't know. I mean, I could see it because back in Breeders' Cup, I was like, no way anyone's going to win against Jackie's Warrior, one of the best sprinters in the country.
Yeah.
And that ended up happening. So anything goes, anything for sure goes. But I kind of have a very similar, it's kind of weirdly parallel because I thought to myself, no way Latruska is going to lose the distaff division at the Breeders' Cup. And she did.
Yeah.
And I am smelling, if I can get it 5-2, which is the morning line for Malathot, I'm firing on that. I'm firing when bets on Malathot.
Let's go.
If I can get that type of money on her, I think there's a shot.
Yeah, I could definitely see him that horse winning easy. That wouldn't shock me. Either would the kind of both those horses losing, Latrusa or Jackie's Warrior. You just never know. I'm a more my heart fan is Latruska, who I can never even say her name, and I like the horse so much. But that affects my betting. So maybe I'm more biased, But I'm going against Jackie's Warrior. I like we're both taking a stand, though. You never know. It could create definitely a price. Do a double with that. You're going to get paid on it for sure. And let's get right into it. We got the Grade 1 2022 Belmont Stakes. I have going a little bit off the board, but let's just kind of go through the horses. We got the 1 horse, We the People, 2-horse Skippy Longstocking, 3-horse Nest, 4 Rich Strike, 5 Creative Minister, 6 Modangle, 7 Golden Glider, and 8 Barber Road. Who are you thinking, Mary, with that 8 class of the class? Who do you think?
I'm going to be taking Modonegal. I think that's going to be my pitch, and I'm going to stick with the pitch. The one thing that really interests me is Nest and Barber Road, because Barber Road is going to have a jockey change, and Joel said, like, you know, I had my eye on him, and I saw it, and it seemed like he saw something to want to be on that mount. So you could see, but ultimately, I'm going to be taking Modonegal.
I like it. I like that pick. Modonegal was grabbing ground last out at the Belmont. I mean, at the Kentucky Derby. It was I love that race that the Modonegal ran at Kentucky Derby. Finally came to me. So I like that. I think it'll be coming off it, and I think there's going to be more pace than people are saying. So the 8 Barber Road broke its mating wire in the field. So it's shown that it's 1 on the lead. Maybe Barber Road goes. Maybe Rosario sends it. Skippy Longstocking has 1 on the lead or close to it, 2-hole. So the 2 could show speed. Safi could maybe try to go. The 1's going. The 1, We the People's the speed. So the 1. So if the 2 goes, if Safi maybe puts more pressure on the 1, that's maybe you get 1 and the 2 go at it early. It could be setting up for more pace than I think people are saying, especially if the outside horse goes too. That means you have all the speed is going like this instead of set up for someone coming from the back. And that's why I landed on Creative Minister, the 5-horse. I love how this horse has been training for this race. I also like the horse broke its maiden, won the next race after its maiden, and its Beyer didn't jump a lot. And then it went just into the Preakness, where it was just his first time against that quality of horses. And it ran a Beyer increased. It ran a good race. Just wasn't ready. That was coming off its first off facing winners for the first time into the Preakness. So it was on a 2-race win streak, went into the Preakness, just didn't have enough. Now I think could be closer to the lead. Kenneth McPeak will have them ready. So yeah, I'm going with the 5 Creative Minister. And be curious of the price on that horse. I actually don't. I don't know if I'm thinking maybe right around its morning line. Will it get bet more? It seems an interesting betting because I don't think the 1 will be the favorite, even though it's the morning line favorite. I don't see it as the favorite, and I don't see Rich Strike. Maybe it will be bet as the favorite, but I could see Rich Strike floating up in odds. I wouldn't be shocked if Rich Strike was around 8 or 9 to 1 when it went off. I wouldn't put my money on Rich Strike at all just because of the pace. That's just me. Watch the horse prove me wrong again. So yeah, what do you think? Does Creative Minister have a little bit of a shot?
I think he does. He definitely caught my eye in the Preakness. Yeah. And not to mention a beautiful horse at that.
Right.
I think he's a stunning horse physically to look at.
Yeah.
And I thought, maybe he had a shot in the Preakness. Maybe Yeah. And I'll be interested to see what he can do here.
Yeah, and me too. I'm excited.
I do question Skippy Longstockings going to the Preakness. I wasn't overly impressed with his performance in the did I say Preakness? I'm saying Belmont. I was kind of surprised they're pushing Skippy Longstockings to the Belmont after his performance in the Preakness. I just wasn't seeing that, but as you said, it might just be set up for the pace. And
I think Safi saw there's not a lot of pace in this race, and Safi can spot him. And maybe he can not win it, may hang on for a slice. I feel like Skippy Longstockings is going to show more speed than before, is what I think. And that's why I think Safi chose to send. Saw it's to me only 3 horses really going. The 1, 2, and the 8 really could go for it unless a horse totally switches up its style. So yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a great betting race. There's going to be a prize. 2nd and 3rd to me is going to be a bomb. Like, I feel like first place, medium, 4 to 6 to 1 winner. 2nd place, I'm feeling absolute bomb. with maybe Golden Glider from the Clouds. Nest floats up to 16-1. Skippy Lawnstalking guns it, hangs on for second at like 30 to 40-1. So I'm thinking maybe something like that for second. So maybe some stuff you guys can chime in there to get, just try to create some value. Split them up. Don't go favorite. If you want the value, you got to create the ticket for the value. Look at the pool, see where the money's at in the pool, know the takeout rate of the pool you're playing, and try to isolate where the value is within that pool. It's in there. If you can find it, doing the takeout with the money in the pool, you can find some good value in there. And
right.
Yeah, and I got this. Let's do this on that kind of note. I got a little Belmont Turf Stakes pick 3. Let's see how this goes. We're going to start off with the 3. There, we're in a single. Then we're going to go with the 1, 8, 10, 11, 12. Spread it around. Then end it with the 4 and the 10. And let's talk about my single real quick here. Speak of Devil. On a 3-race win streak, 2 of them from Europe, fired and won its first out in America. Horse is a beast to me. I was actually surprised it won its first race from overseas. Impressed me tremendous. And I actually think this horse might stay around even money, which is a deal to me if so. And then I thought we'd open up a little bit. Race 8. Let's just spread it around and try to get some value in a very difficult handicapping race to me. I couldn't pick one if I tried. If I picked one horse to win, I would pick the 1 to gun it and wire it and hope. There's a stat I received from someone. I don't know if the 1 hole is won from the turf at the Belmont meet. The 1 hole is pretty dead on the turfs, I've noticed. But that'd be my pick as an upset. I think that's Manny Franco on the 1 in race 8 would be my 1 horse if I was to play, and it will be a price. And then race 10, I thought, let's just narrow it down here with Saez and just go with pretty much jockey and connections. You got Saez on the 10 and Frat on the 4, and that's Chad Brown on the 4 with Fabian, and then Saez on the 10 to get that home with to get that home there. And I think Saez is going to try to wire it on the 10. That's going to be what I think. So should be a fun play. $30. Let's see if we can finish one there. All right, Mary, what do we think? Can we get that home?
I'm hoping we can. I'm hoping with
I got no Don Julio for that one today. It was Johnny Walker Black Label. So on that note, let's get that turf pick 3 home. I'm going to throw this back real quick.
And then we are going to be heading over to an interview that we did. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, we got Johnathan Wong from Johnathan Wong Racing Stables. Amazing interview coming up here. Let's get into that. Got that rolling up. It's a great interview and appreciate his time. Can only imagine how busy Mr. Wong is. And here's that interview. I get the focus. And we're back. We got with me the man himself, Johnathan Wong of Johnathan Wong Racing Stables. Thanks for taking the time. I know you're busy. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm in Vegas. Mary's in Saratoga. You are in the Bay. I'm in
LA.
LA, nice. Okay, good stuff. I like it. Well, I appreciate it again here. And Mary has a couple questions for you.
Yeah, Mike was saying Bay. Are you from the Bay area?
Yeah, I was born and raised in the city.
So how did you fall in love with horse racing? What's kind of your background in horse racing and where it got you today?
Oh, it's funny because one of my mom's friends, he owned a little grocery store in the city, a little mom and pop grocery store. And we used to go there all the time, and he owned horses. And he invited us out to the Bay Meadows one day. And pretty much from then, that was it. I got hooked. I was hooked after that.
That's so sweet.
How old were you when that happened?
I was like 8.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like 8.
What do you think?
Been a while.
What do you think drew you at that? What do you think at a young age? Was it the sound of like the clicking, or just kind of the whole atmosphere? What do you think hit you when you were young to make you gravitate to it the most?
I mean, I just love. I mean, the horses are just such a beautiful animal, you know. And then when you watch them run and they're coming down the stretch head and head, and everyone's in the grandstand and screaming for their horse, and just the excitement of it. I mean, it's like bottom nine of the World Series every race. You know what I mean?
It is.
When they turn for home, it's like bottom nine, 2 outs in the World Series, and it's just like you're rooting for your team every race.
Right. I like that. You know, and multiple different kind of outcomes can come. You know, every stuff can happen. Some pace dependent, not pace dependent. It's tough for a horse to win different ways, you know, either on the lead, off the pace. Most of the time, the horse wins one kind of way. Usually, I've seen. I'm going to play a horse I know in his past has won on the lead. Try to go back to that, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's why that's something I like about horse racing, also. And then, so you started with Johnathan Martin for about that was your last before you went on your own. Is that correct?
Yeah, I worked for John Martin for about 8 years. He was my last boss before I went on my own.
But on your own, and then you went on your own 14, 15 years when you started off into the East Coast. Is that correct? Also,
no, the Bay Area.
Bay, and then you just ran some horses out east.
Yeah, in parks.
Okay, that's good stuff. And then, did you know right away? You know, obviously you win, you get that taste, and then you're 15, you have, and then did you know you want to escalate it to the level now, or were you thinking maybe small? Let's see how it goes, or do you just want to, you know what, I got this. Let's go for it. You know what I mean?
I mean, when we first started out, never did I imagine we were going to be as successful as we are now, and have as many horses as we do. And you know, I mean, it's been a blessing. I mean, it's exceeded expectations. I mean, super grateful of all my owners, our team at the barn. I mean, the horses, the horse players who continue to support the game.
Yeah.
I mean, without the horse players, I mean, there is no races, you know?
Yep. I appreciate that. And just to give everyone a quick rundown, Mr. Johnathan Wong's career, 4,109 starts, 998 first, 771 second, 617 third places, and fourth and fifth probably coming home right there. That's some numbers right there, man. Good work to all your connections. Yeah. You've created a lot more of opportunities for people that we don't see, you know, backstretch, morning rider, other owners, partial owners, you know, so thanks for doing that. You're definitely helping the game go in the right direction, man. That's amazing numbers.
Oh, no, I mean, and without the staff, I mean, they're the backbone to the whole operation. I mean, they're the ones who get up 4 o'clock, 3:30 every morning, day in and day out, the exercise riders, the hot walkers, the grooms. Yeah. I mean, they're, like I said, without them, I'd be nothing. Yeah, and on that note, I mean, right now, you're currently running at Canterbury Park, Santa Anita, Golden Gate. You have, I think, a couple in Canterbury, running, going either today or tomorrow. Then Santa Anita, Golden Gate. So you have people, like you said, in every. How does that work when you're in LA now? So you got put someone you trust out in Minnesota, out in Shakopee? Yeah, definitely. Actually, he just texted me right now. We're trying to claim one out of the next race at Canterbury. I figured you had so yeah, I mean, he worked for me. It's funny, the guy I have out there in Canterbury, he was the one when I first started working at the racetrack at Bay Meadows with Art Sherman. He taught me how to groom horses. Oh, sweet. So I've known him since I was like 16. So I've known him for I'm 33 right now, so over half my life. And yeah, I mean, he's come to work for me, and he's been working for me for a while. He was in Arizona over the winter, and now he's out in Minnesota. That's good stuff. Yes, people you trust, keep them around. Yeah. So, that's when you were younger, you kind of saw every part of the game and decided you want to be a trainer. Is that how kind of you were? Oh, okay, this is how I groom. Oh, this is how. Did you try a little bit of everything? Yeah, I mean, except for riding. I'm too good to ride. Yeah. Poor horse. I mean, put me on one wouldn't be really nice to do to the horse. But you got one of those, one of the in between races you got there. Yeah, exactly. But we did everything. We started from the bottom. I mean, worked our way up. I mean, worked for, like I said, for Art Sherman, Lonnie Arterburn, John Martin for the longest while. Yeah. I mean, and he's him and Lonnie. I mean, they're like one of the best horsemen there are. Yep. I mean, I learned a lot from them. So, I mean, I had good teachers, and fortunately, they were very great. I'm very grateful that they were able to teach me as much as they did. Yeah, but you escalated it past that. Last year, you were 5th in wins, 2021 of all trainers. Amazing.
is that in your mind, like to have number one? Do you like think I want that? I mean, I know. I mean, do you think you can? I mean, it's a tough title to get. Do you want that? Is that something you think about?
I mean, that would be awesome. I mean, but I mean, I don't really see it as being feasible. I mean, you have Steve Asmussen and Carl Broberg. I mean, they're super tough. I mean, they've got horses at like
volume.
We have them at 3. They have at like 10, 12 different racetracks. You know, they're through like 7 different states.
So it's almost that's intense. Yeah, it is. The number actually, it's pretty tough. Fifth's amazing in its own.
Yeah. Very fortunate.
And you go more graded stakes, like change it up a little bit. You have 2 graded wins career last year. You have your first graded 1 win with Keeper of the Stars. What a horse that she is. Congrats on that. Do you have some stuff lined up for this summer, graded stakes wise, you think?
Hopeful. I mean, we have a couple of 2-year-olds that came in this year that seem to be showing some promise early thus far. I mean, they're still a ways away from running. But I mean, hopefully they'll be able to continue and grow and progress to be a graded stakes horse.
Very good. And are we looking at the Del Mar meet?
Hopefully. Hopefully that's where, if everything goes good, we'll be able to turn a couple loose over there at Del Mar.
And you just, if I'm correct, you just kind of started sending to Santa Anita more, like over the last 3 years.
Yeah, we have more of a presence now. I mean, since I moved down here and everything.
Yeah.
My family and I, we moved down here to LA, and we have more of a presence down here now because I mean we live down here and we've been able to get more stalls.
Nice.
So
that's what's up.
Little by little, hopefully be able to increase it down here.
Yeah, no, that's definitely it. I remember when you think you sent like maybe only 1 or 2 to Del Mar, 1 to San Diego. Remember that like some years back, you're just you got them away and got the taste. Then you start claiming kind of what you do, right? You start kind of going. Yeah. That's what you go there, take a couple, then you just get your eye rolling, right?
Definitely.
That's and do you get ownership like randomly, like okay, hey, some guys are want to own, they talk to you down there. Is it like that fast? Like, hey, for me.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when people see you down here, I mean, because now I go to the races more in person and stuff since being down here, I go every day and they'll see me in the mornings and stuff. So people are like, hey, I mean, might have had horses for them up north, or they might have been a piece of one that got sent up north. And now they want to claim some down here. Yeah.
And they obviously trust your process, and your eye, I mean, obviously it's one of those things where not everyone can do it. I mean, if you were to say one thing, what do you like to see out of a horse just galloping around?
Well, I mean, you want to, like, when you watch a horse train in the morning, I mean, you want to see that they have good energy and that they're happy. I mean, that you want to make sure their coats look good, that they're eating up, and I mean, obviously that they're sound. I mean, you don't want to run a horse that's not 100% sound or happy or healthy.
Yeah, totally.
Just it's not worth it to push it to get one race because I mean, so much can go wrong, and you need everything to go right, but so much can go wrong.
And that's, I think, what separates you from others. Everyone kind of knows what, like you said, what to look for, but you could probably maybe see you could see injuries other people can't. Like there has to be stuff I would guess is in the game of it, just as separates people from others, because people have tried it, but people can't do it at X level. You can do it at this level, but you can't get to there. So it's always great. Whatever you're doing, it's rolling. I love it. I mean, you're 33. I mean, it's only in the stars are coming. I mean, I can only imagine what we're going to see from you in the next 10 years. I mean, I think it's big things. So. Let's get some Breeders' Cups. Let's get some big stuff going in the Wong life, right?
I mean, yeah, we've been very fortunate. I mean, Tommytown, I mean, they're one of the biggest breeders in California, one of the best owners in the game. I mean, and we've been fortunate enough to have worked with them now. I mean, so they definitely, since we've gotten horses for them, we have gotten better horses. I mean, Keeper of the Stars. I mean, she's won grade 1, grade 2, grade 3.
Yeah.
I mean, she's just you could actually go on and talk about her for as long as you want. I mean, I can talk about it as long as you guys want about her. I mean,
that's awesome.
She was just special. She was like part of the family.
Okay.
I mean, she's a special horse. I can't wait to go see her in September when I go back out there for the sale. I'm going to go visit her at the farm and see her.
Yeah. Laid up, just living.
She's in full. She's in full to intermission. So
good. That's good.
Yeah.
Let's see what
excited to go see her.
What about her was so special to you when you saw her?
Oh, her personality. I mean, she just has. I mean, she's a big, beautiful mare, but she's like a little teddy bear. She's just like a little sweetheart. I mean, she would she'd come give you kisses. She'd nicker at you when you come to the barn. She'd feed her peppermints. I mean, she had so much personality to her. And when she would go onto the racetrack, she would go out there like to train. She would like talk about a horse like and being happy. I mean, she would go out there like she owned the racetrack.
That's so
like
awesome.
Get out of my way. The champ is here. Move.
I love that about.
Like she owned it. She had a presence to her that you could tell like she was a good horse. You know what I mean?
I'm here.
And she even when she ran, I mean, she would just play around with them. I mean, she would go, like you would see, she would switch back to her right lead, to her left lead, back to her right lead, just playing around and just like waiting for her. It's like, oh my God, too much.
That is amazing. And that's why I'm a athlete, you know, in background, you know, played college football, played sports my whole life. That's why I love horses are that, you know, like when like that guy shows up, sometimes they're putting you in your place. Like it's like getting crossed up on the court. Like you said, she's switching leads. Like I'm just gonna play with you real quick.
Yeah, she would just toy with them. I mean, there was like one time we ran her back off of a layoff, and we got an allowance race to fill up north as a prep. Right? I mean, this is coming. So it was a perfect spot. I mean, she towered over the field on glass.
Yeah.
And at the head of the lane, you're like, even though like the 316s were like, man, are you even gonna win? Like she was just like waiting for the horse. And then she's finally like, okay, bye.
I am out.
You know, she was just like, okay. It's like, oh, yeah. She came back to the winner's circle like all proud of herself with the ears up, as happy as can be.
I love it.
You're too much. You're just playing.
That's good stuff, man. That's good to have one, you know, like you said, that, you know, keeps you going, obviously, in the game stuff you love is a part of your job. You obviously love the animals. Shows, you know, I mean, you can't.
You have to put the horse first. The horses have to come first, no matter what.
Exactly. They can't make, you know, that's what separates the human athlete from the horse athlete is who can make the decisions for each other. You know, not
you know, I mean, unfortunately, all my owners are great. They don't push me or force me to do anything. If the horse needs time off, all my owners are very understanding of that, and I mean, they want the same. They want to put the horse first before anything. You know. Exactly.
And, you know, and kind of on that note a little bit, just here wrapping it up, you know, the big complaint, as you see, stuff to get larger fields. It's a, you know, coast to coast thing, a lot of stuff, a lot of variables that I don't know about. Do you have anything you think that can maybe just kind of maybe help it out or something to turn? Anything? I know there's no answer right now, but something maybe you could chime out there.
I mean, obviously, if purse money increased, that would be a huge bonus. I mean, especially out here in California, I mean, the workers' comp is so expensive.
Okay.
I mean, workers' comps for the trainers is just insane, which obviously gets passed along to the owners, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, and then the feed bill, everything in California is just expensive. The cost of living is insane.
Yep. I've lived
you know, I mean, I mean, you know how it is. And then the problem is we run 3 days a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
3 days a week. I mean, it's hard because there's such a shortage of horses that we can't run more days, but there's also not enough horses. There's more horses don't come here because we only run 3 days a week.
Got both sides of it. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Which is.
That's why, I mean, if they could do it somehow, obviously Del Mar's Del Mar, but, you know, I think that ship and win matters. Like, just like if the little barn fees, like you said, I mean, I know that's not the complete answer to get other horses to get in, but obviously if you increase like anything, you increase the purse size, people will come try. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, but the thing is, for the ship and win, I mean, you have to look at it. It's a two-way. You have to look at it both ways. Okay. If you look at it for the people that come from out of California, it's great. I mean, it's awesome. You run for 50% bonus, 5,000 to ship in and everything. But for the people that are in California year round, I mean,
no incentive.
It doesn't.
You guys
doesn't do us anything.
There should add to that. That's interesting. I'm glad you said that. I did not know that. I thought they actually gave the interstate guys, the in-state guys, also a chip.
Well, yeah, if we bring a horse from out of state,
but it has to be from out of state. Yeah. You can't, not just a natural. I thought you got something for naturally.
Nothing
on that same context of that. So that's interesting.
You know what I mean?
Why not give an incentive to get the local people down there then? You know, do a double thing. You know, I mean,
you know,
well, maybe
it's tough. It's tough.
Hey, we got random people listening. You never know. You know, we could try something here and get it going. But hey. I appreciate you taking the time, man. You know, we try to keep it within that 30-minute show.
This has been thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, bro.
And one quick last question. Your pick for the Belmont Stakes.
Mo Donegal.
Oh, Donegal.
There it is. All right. We got Wong on record. Hey, I appreciate it again, man. Cheers. And safe trips and have a good one.
Thank you, guys. Hopefully I'll see you at Del Mar this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna get down there. All right, be easy.
Awesome, my man. Take care, guys. Thank you.
What an interview.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you,
Sweet.
Johnathan Wong, for taking the time to join us this week. That was great info.
It really was. And we wish him the most success and everything going forward. And Del Mar, as he was saying. Now it's time for the horse of the week.
Yeah, we got a special one for the.
Yes, we do.
There we go.
Here we go. So this is Calvin Sanders, and he took a trip out to Tailor Made Farms, and this is Nick's Go.
Hey, Nick's Go. People know about this horse.
Oh, yeah. Nick's Go is a gorgeous horse, and obsessed, absolutely obsessed. And
yeah, you're a fan. That's good stuff. He has a lot of fans. Calvin has been a great supporter of us. Awesome, nicest guy. Thanks again for sending this in, Calvin Sanders. We love it. Nick's Go. Look at that. The champ. There you go.
I want to be able to meet Nick's Go. Are you kidding?
That'd be cool. Hey, and I just got a little play here for us for Belmont today. This is the Tremont Stakes, Thursday, race 8, and we're good. Cassie and 2-year-olds. Oh man, I've been burnt. I've won back and forth, but I like this horse. The old school speed buyer right there, underline it's 100 on its first race. That's pretty good. So I'm expecting a hot rider, Davis, Cassie. This is a good horse. It hopefully just got some strength in it now and wires them. Let's gun it from the 1 hole, get a little bit of a price, and gun it from the 1 hole, win its second race of its career. I'm going with the 1. Stay on her good side. We all know about that, right? And so yeah, like that horse a lot to get it done. What do you think, Mary?
I'm down for it. I'm hoping whatever you and anyone watching fires on this weekend is gonna hit.
Let's go. And on that, let's just all have a great, safe Belmont Stakes weekend. Create some value, find it, take a chance, take your stands. Let's all enjoy the moment, be safe, happy, love each other. Thanks for tuning in another week, the Smoke and Mare Show. I'm Mike Rennie. That's all, lovely Mary, as always. You guys have a good weekend.
Thank you, guys.